All right, welcome. Good morning. I've just woken up and seen there's a new game release, so I figured, hell, let's get my reaction live. This new game is from Turner Pinball. I think it's called was that Yukon Yeti, a Yeti pinball machine. Turner Pinball. This is their third game, I believe. Their first game was Ninja Eclipse, which was limited to 100 units and had a slow start, but like a strong finish. Like I think kind of once it started selling, it sold fast. And that was cool. It's a cute game. There's some cute things in it that I can appreciate. And then they did Merlin's Arcade, which I think the artwork was a bit more appealing to me personally. And they brought back an old Gottlieb designer, John Norris, who's done a handful of games, including Shack Attack in the background here of my screen. And I reckon he did a pretty solid job on Merlin's. I really liked that spinner, and if you have a through the pot bumper shot, you're already golden in my books. So yeah, that was cool to see. That through the pop shot was cool, and they stick to original themes, which is cool. Like I know there is a little market for original themes. However, it would be cool to see if they could snag up some theme here or there. I don't know because it's got a pre-installed customer base regardless. However. I don't think Yukon Yeti is a licensed theme, but I also didn't think Winchester Mystery House was a licensed theme until looking further into it. Anyway, I don't know anything about this game. I don't know who designed it. It might not be John Norris. Um, yeah, well, let's get straight into it. Keep this fast. We don't need a 40-minute frame by frame analysis like the Uncanny X-Men. Here we go. Okay, similar. Well, not kind of. Oh, all right, looking very stern looking back box, which I'm not complaining about. The stern back boxes are pretty damn good. And wow, we got some white looking whitewater looking kind of layout here with that left ramp looking straight out of whitewater, which is sick. No complaints from me. Got an upper playfield, four flippers, a real whitewater looking upper playfield. Is this is this whitewater too? I think, God, this is digging deep in my noggin of what was it called? Who were the people who did the retro atomic zombie apocalypse game? The John Poppadook fucking scheme, that real scam pinball company. Wow, this is looking fucking sexy. Dennis Nordman, right. So this is Whitewater 2. Dennis Nordman did Whitewater 1, and I think he designed a sequel for a Deep Root Pinball. And I've seen the Whitewood. Someone leaked a Whitewood picture, and this looks exactly like it. I've analyzed this Whitewood a lot because Whitewater is one of the best games you'll ever come across, and so I was very intrigued to see Dennis pick up the Whitewater torch all these decades later. Holy shit. If there's one thing I can say that Turner Pinball is doing right, as much as I love all this new designers coming in, all this new talent, I think, and you can kind of see it with Barrels of Fun. Although I think the Barrels of Fun, like Labyrinth and Dune, are still very good designs. I think there's still learning a bit. And when you're only doing one pin a year, you can't, you got to make sure you put out a solid design every time. And not that they're not solid designs, but I think getting an OG designer like Dennis Nordman is a absolutely good call. Oh, this looks sexy. Fucking that. And a through the pot bumper shot. I'm already sold. The Yukon Yeti. Fuck, is that the whole thing? I gotta go back, man. Holy shit. I would like Ninja Eclipse isn't my thing. Merlin's Arcade isn't my thing. But this is packed. Christ, there isn't even space for artwork. There's so many lights. Holy shit. All right. So the shot on the right here looks very interesting. Is that kind of you got this like post? Is that kind of always up? Because if you shoot directly at it, how's the game gonna know that you've shot it? You're just gonna clunker posts. I do see that you can like hit under the flipper, a bit like just off the top of my head, Labyrinth or even the that Motorhead game that was revealed a couple years ago from New Zealand designer David Peck. Shout out. Um, yeah, interesting. So you've got kind of that Christ, what is this like? Like a Stairway to Heaven kind of mech. If anybody knows that Led Zeppelin homebrew by the Pinball Room, he kind of has a similar mech to this meant to be a Stairway to Heaven on his Led Zeppelin homebrew, and it looks kind of like that, like a ski field, very similar to what's that game, that 90s got lib game like Wipeout or something like that, the skiing game. Where the hell did that ball go? Right, so you got the two shots on the upper playfield. Awesome, just like Whitewater. Not as I feel like that Whitewater playfield has quite it's got quite a scale to it. It covers a lot of space, and not in a bad way, but those ramps really take the ball around a very visual, long, windy path, and it's quite visually captivating. But I'm finding these ramps are you kind of hit them and you can't really see where they're going. Like, fuck, the camera can't even track. Camera can't even track the ball. What the hell? Shit, it must like fucking loop around. That's gonna have some absolute speed to it. Nice. I was thinking about Whitewater today, believe it or not. Probably think about it every day if you had to ask me. And I was thinking about the what's it called? The boulder garden, like the little kind of pop bumper mode that you get from hitting enough pops. And how it'd be interesting if they included a spinner on the left orbit and incorporated that kind of into that little scoring feature. Not that that's a crucial part of the game at all, but yeah. Right, what the fuck? What have I just witnessed? I was joking earlier about going frame by frame like I did on X-Men, but fuck. Right, so we got a pop through the pop bumper shot, which is already sexy as is. And then a quick U-turn fucking ramp, similar to that center ramp on Jaws, that feeds an upper flipper. Okay, a bit of bounce as it comes off, but it seems to feed that flipper all right. Whoa, that's sick. Oh man, like I was thinking about it earlier today, right? Like being in New Zealand, the likelihood of me stumbling upon a Turner pinball machine is pretty unlikely unless I go overseas. Like I'm never gonna play a Turner pinball, right? And I was fine with that. I wasn't what's the word, like frothing over a like Merlin's arcade or really like itching to play a Ninja Eclipse. But this is quite different. I'm quite gutted that there's such a small company doing this. I want to see something like this in New Zealand. Right, it is a fucking Stairway to Heaven little mech there. Oosh, and they all come out. All right, all right. That captive ball placement's sick too. Oh, this is nasty. Art by Brad Duke. Good job, Brad Duke. Right. So I'm trying to figure out that you kind of got a center shot here to the left of that pop bumper. Trying to figure out what on earth that does. Does that just feed your top flipper again? I'm assuming this left orbit comes all the way around and feeds your top flipper. Well, your third flipper, not your top playfield flipper. Or are we going back to Whitewater and you got that shot up the middle that feeds a vuck, that feeds your upper playfield nice and slowly so you can make a shot? Yeah, maybe that's it. I'll tell you what, the Yeti don't got anything on the Whitewater Bigfoot. That Bigfoot is a work of art. Would have been cooler if they made the Yeti fluffy. Just saying, if I had to nitpick. However, there's a lot of 3D sculpts here And yeah, this is fucking wild. Whitewater 2. Whitewater 2. I did not wake up this morning thinking I was going to see Whitewater 2. Holy crap. I gotta keep looking at it. I need to look at this upper playfield a bit better. So we got, so Whitewater, you kind of, it looks like there's kind of a bigger gap at the bottom of the upper playfield for the ball to fall down onto this wire form here. And does that, I assume, just goes to your right flipper, a bit like Whitewater 1. And I imagine this that kind of on the upper playfield there, that bottom ramp, I imagine that comes round and does the whole Insanity Falls fucking gig. Whoa. Yeah. How else do you feed that top flipper, that top playfield? Is it just that center shot? Because if there's one thing I love about Whitewater, is how well done that upper playfield is. And like, because there's two ways to get up. You got the center shot that feeds it nice and slow, or you got the left ramp, which gives you a fucking speedy thing. And it like, you might as well not even have an upper playfield there. It's just, it feels so natural, right? And I do worry that this one's going to kind of have the pause and clunk of an upper playfield, but we'll see. But also, like, I mean, like, there is no stalling when you're up there. Oh, whoa! Why have they only given us a minute long trailer? I need a lot more information. Because, yeah, you can't spend much time up there at all. Like, you're either hitting a shot or you're fucking falling back down. But it looks like we've got a little trapdoor mech reminiscent of Funhouse. Let me go frame by frame. Do we see that? Do we see that drop at all? Sorry, fucking. Do we see that drop? Yeah. Whoa. All right. All right. Oh, and it's got some little kind of expression lighting there on the sides too. Nice touch. Holy shit. Like I thought Turner Pinball was going to be one of those kind of cute little companies, like if you're like one of those guys who buys every pinball release, you'd be buying a Turner game. Just because it's a game to buy, right? But this is like actually good. What the fuck? This is like actually looking awesome. Dennis Nordman, man, fucking you can't sleep on him, bro. I think Dennis Nordman was getting passed around like all the companies at one point because he did like Elvira. He did all the Elvira games, including the recent Stern House of Horrors one. He was doing this at Deep Root. He was using this game. Fucking good on him. Oh, I'm so like I was out here complaining about Turner Pinball like doing original IPs and maybe there's some license, but doing a sequel to a classic 90s game is a pretty damn good way to do an original theme in 2026 here. Wow. Fucking A. And a through the pop bumper shot. Oh yeah, fuck, these lights are ugly. If there's one thing I don't want to see on a pinball machine, it's just RGB. Blech, just like hitting all the rainbows. Yukon Yeti. No, it would have been sick if they'd somehow done a little planetary pinball Belly Williams little collab and fucking managed to actually call this Yukon Yeti Whitewater 2. Oh, that'd be nice. However, my God, this is wicked, man. This is what other games have come out this year? 2026, we got Pokemon. Yeah, like Pokemon's in its own league, like it looks like it shoots fucking cool. But it's not a game I'm itching to play, and it's because it's not made for me, right? This is made for the players. Holy shit. Wow. Fucking, I'll tell you what. This looks a hell of a lot better than Beetlejuice, if I'm being honest. Like Beetlejuice is cool, you know. It's a bit like what Jersey Jack kind of does, you know. They put on a show, put on a performance. Look at all these mechanisms and lights. And there's some stuff I like about Beetlejuice, specifically the through the pot bumper shot is nice. However, this just looks sick. And like, I also just love Whitewater. All right, I should stop here. Do we got a picture? Do we actually got a picture of like the cabinet? I don't know if we do. It's all good. All right, I should really stop here. I've banged on for long enough. Wow, I'm blown away. I was really not expecting that. All right, thank you all for watching. If you're curious to see me react to some other trailers, like I did Uncanny X-Men, King Kong, and Dune, I've done all them. And you know, I was thinking earlier, like, man, I didn't react to Pokemon, Harry Potter, Winchester Mystery House. You know, like I kind of skipped on all these big releases, didn't do a live trailer reaction, but all of a sudden I wanted to Turner Pinball. However, no regrets. This is amazing. I'm seriously blown away. Yeah, do we got the cabinet? What's that back glass look like? Oh, nah, not my favorite back glass, but you know, artwork isn't everything. Although this playfield's cool. Yeah, the playfield's all good. Wow. All right. Catch you guys all in the next video.